Only on 9, a street divided. People who live on some streets in Norwood are dealing with partially paved roads. 9 on Your Side uncovered this today. This all comes down to the details of city limits. 9 on Your Side's Brianna Harper joins us from the 9 First Warning live drive to break down the divide between Cincinnati and Norwood and how it impacts you. Brianna.
Yeah, Kristen, it might be hard to believe, but you can actually drive through parts of Norwood and be traveling right along that line that marks the city limit. I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can take a better look. Right now, we're driving on the right side of the street. Our camera went out briefly because the road is so bumpy. We're driving along the right side of the street here, and you can see that the right side is Norwood property. The left side, that is City of Cincinnati, and is perfectly paved, as you can see. For some people who live in Norwood, is one bumpy road home.
It's definitely uncomfortable to drive on, and your kids are, if they're asleep, they're waking up for sure.
Stephanie Ryall lives on Cypress Way, and last summer she says her street got a repaving. Well, at least half of it.
So we assumed that they were doing the whole road, and then it just turned out we weren't allowed to park on our own side of the street for them to do the other side.
The other side that's owned by the city of Cincinnati. The rest of the road was left untouched by Norwood city officials, and the mayor says that's the result of a city in a fiscal emergency with no funds to spare.
Ask him, how are you going to pay for that? Where are you going to get the millions of dollars?
Just last week, a similar issue surrounding a partly paved road surfaced on Section Avenue as well. Contractors for the city of Cincinnati completed repaving for the Rhode Island Avenue side of the street only. We're told the lack of funding in Norwood is a problem that started years ago. Since then, Norwood City Council and a financial committee have adopted a plan in hopes of reaching a fiscal solution, but it's one that'll take time.
Millions of dollars worth of development have come in, and the jobs are coming in. Now it's a matter of getting it flowing on. But at the same time, we got to reduce our operating costs.
Norwood Mayor Thomas Williams says the last thing he wants to do is ask residents to raise their taxes. But he adds they might be more willing to do so once the city proves its ability to balance cutting costs, yet still maintaining services.
And then you go to the people and say, we would like you to vote for a levy to do streets. Only streets.
The long-term goal is to start a city street repair program, but in the meantime, Norwood neighbors are forced to make do with the road bumps along the way.
I pretty much just drive on the nice side, on the Cincinnati side, and avoid it unless there are cars coming.
And if you take a look now, we are actually driving on that quote-unquote good side of the road, but the mayor tells me there are other streets throughout Cincinnati that do have recent repaving, including Williams and Marion Avenues. Those have recently been repaved, but the city says that was all due to grants. Reporting from Live Drive, Brianna Harper, 9 on Your Side.
All right, Brianna.